Hello guys, welcome to another fantastic episode of the High and Beyond featuring yours truly, The Punisher, reviewing Raw and Roadblock, and later on Beast featuring Smackdown. So let me get a couple of things out, because this past week for Raw Wrestling, I wasn't totally impressed with it, and quite frankly very angry with the way they did a lot of the storylines. Let's start off with the New Day, which everyone saw my big showdown from last week, how I got very upset with the New Day overlasting Demolition's title record. But here's another problem that I have with the whole thing. Although they did finally lose the tag titles on Sunday, but to the team of Cesaro and Sheamus. Really, out of all the other tag teams, Cesaro and Sheamus have to be the ones to take the titles from them when Enzo and Mari were over the summer, the club was over, and had multiple victories, and interesting storylines with them, although some of it was a little boring. And then other people that were also on the Raw roster, you can give them the championship, but you give it to Cesaro and Sheamus. How does that make sense? The booking, you gotta do better with your booking, because the way a lot of this goes on Raw doesn't make any freaking sense. But anyway, so on Roadblock we also saw Sami Zayn outlasting Braun Strowman, which he actually lasted 10 minutes exactly on the dot and got a victory over Braun Strowman, which that was an okay match. I mean, it wasn't into the match totally, but whatever. So at least Sami Zayn finally got a pay-per-view victory since his last one with Kevin Owens earlier this year in the summertime. Now, on to another ridiculous match I completely despised on the match card. Charlotte and Sasha Banks. Let me start off by saying this. What's Vince McMahon's obsession with Charlotte to the point where he has to let her win every pay-per-view goddamn match, let her get so many title goddamn reigns? Why can't Sasha Banks win one pay-per-view match out of all the other times she's been over with the fans over and over again? Seriously, and the fact that she tapped out the last 3 seconds of the Iron Man match when she would have had the title won if she didn't tap out. The last 3 seconds of the match, you call that great booking by making somebody else look weak. And then, yeah, you claim, I'm not high on Sasha Banks, she was never meant to have a long title reign. So if you're never high on Sasha Banks, why did she have the title 3 times, gained them all on Raw, but then meanwhile during the WrestleMania season when it was Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte, she was super over at that point. Vince, you didn't give her the belt at that point, and the way you booked her after WrestleMania, it's like the way she was booked after WrestleMania is the reason why you feel she's not over with the fans. That's not totally her fault. She went out there and did what she could to do to try to get the fans over and behind her, but meanwhile you just gave her a title, only held it for 27 days each time, but then yet you couldn't give her more than a title reign, but yet frickin' Charlotte has to get all the glory on frickin' Raw. The booking may feel Charlotte's a strong one in this feud, but in my opinion, I don't think so. What I think they should have done was have Sasha Banks win the match and then move on to a feud with Bayley and then making Sasha heel for Sasha versus Bayley at WrestleMania. But no, they had to do all the up shit. You know, guys, seriously, stop acting like Charlotte's the best woman in the entire roster when really she's not as superior as you guys are booking her out to be. There's many other wrestlers on the roster that you could have given that spotlight to, but you didn't. And you know what? In the following night, Raw didn't make any difference because all we saw was Sasha getting beat up by Nia Jax, whoop-de-f***-do, and then we saw Charlotte going into a match with Bayley, and then Bayley gets a W on her, but the match wasn't all that special. Yeah, she got another win over Charlotte, but still, it's like there was nothing significant behind the whole build-up of going into the match anyway. But anyway, Raw's gonna be coming up in a few, and for the last match that we saw, oh, and one other thing, Vince and Charlotte, take the title and shove it up your ass. Anyway, now on to the last match of the evening. So we saw Roman versus Kevin Owens in the last match. Overall, very good match, but like I predicted, either Jericho was going to help get Roman disqualified, whatever he was going to do, or the other scenario was to have Jericho turn on Owens and cost him the match. But we obviously saw that Jericho cost Roman the match, leading him to get DQ while to keep the title on Owens. So overall, that was actually a pretty good match and pretty good booking and stuff. I was expecting Reigns to get the title, but overall, I'm fine with how Owens retain the title and everything. So overall, not bad booking there. Now we'll fast forwarding to the following night on Monday Night Raw. I'm not going to get into too much nonsense with Monday Night Raw because honestly it was too boring for my view and really nothing special happened on it. But the problem with Raw is they have so many talent on Raw but they don't even use them properly. I'm not going to get into Smackdown because that's Beast's turn to talk about it. But on that note, they have so many potential wrestlers, but look what they do with all of them. Enzo and Mario were so over during the summertime. Now they're in a feud with Rusev and Lana. A feud that nobody gives a crap about because nobody cares about Rusev. Why are you doing this to your talent? Just like Sami Zayn, that every pay-per-view match except for Braun Strowman and Owens, he lost every single one of them. Why aren't you doing better with him? It's like, come on guys, you can do better than this, but you just throw all of your talent to waste, and that's why people aren't over. But you know what? Just do me a favor, just get the title off of Charlotte and call it a day at some point. And enough with the title flip-flopping or hot potatoing is what they call it. We're tired of the hot potatoing nonsense, and let's hope they don't do with Charlotte and Bayley because we've already seen enough of that with Sasha and Charlotte. Let's move on to something different now, please. But anyway, but although Big E did make a joke in a attack against Charlotte's title reign where Kofi mentioned that Ric Flair held the title 16 times, and obviously he would have to lose the title 15 times to become a 16-time champion, while Charlotte was able to do it all less than a year versus all the other wrestlers that done it within their career. And even though I do not like the New Day, they do have a point about their title reign. They were the champs for over a year, even though I wish they would have lost it sooner. They were the champions for over a year, so, and considering with their title reign versus how the way the title flip-flop with them two, I really see New Day's point of view about the whole thing. So, anyway, I'm done. Beast, you're up.
Okay, so Punisher seems very aggressive right now. I don't know what his beef is right now, but I think pretty much WWE is not really working out for Punisher. I highly recommend, some other places like, TNA, Ring of Honor, some other places don't really get into that later. But, alright, I'm going to give you your Smackdown review. Here's Smackdown pretty much. Before I get Smackdown, there's something we forgot. Our predictions from Roadblock. I was 4 out of 5 right. Out of all my predictions, the only one I got wrong was the match between Sasha and Charlotte because I had Sasha going for that match. But other than that, I got 4 out of 5. WWE, you need to get better. I just randomly guessed those shits. I'm nice. Okay, back to the Smackdown review. Smackdown was pretty nice because pretty much next week we're expecting to have a Wild Card Finals episode, pretty much to end off the year with a lot of big matches for big titles, and honestly, I like it. The concepts are good, so I'm gonna run through this because there's not really too much after Punisher gave out his rant. I'm pretty sure we're low on time, so we're gonna make this work. You start off the night, AJ Styles demolished James Ellsworth. He did straight, Matt Hardy, Dilly. He pretty much deleted James Ellsworth. That match did not last fast. It was just like watching Goldberg against Brock Lesnar again, all over again. It was funny, hilarious, I loved it, and it was a quick sweep under the bridge. The rest of the night was good. I'm not going to really go over most of them because, like I said, it was limited time, and plus there wasn't that much good stuff here and there. It was just lead up to here and there. So I'll say this. The night ended off with Dolph Ziggler taking on Baron Corbin for a #1 contendership match for the following week to take on AJ Styles with AJ ringside. The match was really awesome. My only thing is this. I'm tired of seeing Dolph get his chance after chance after chance. By the way, he won the match. Chance after chance. It's like, we get it. Dolph Ziggler is somebody who's trying to make a comeback. He's trying to show you that he could really be like the greatest wrestler of all time with less stress. But he loses all the time. But out of nowhere, he gets an opportunity and wins it. And I don't understand it sometimes. He confuses me, but Dolph Ziggler is still a good wrestler. I'm not going to shit on him. He's awesome. I just hope you don't get the Zack Ryder curse that's going on right now. Which, by the way, I'm kind of sad to know that because of Zack Ryder, his injury, I hoped it was going to be short. He's going to be out between 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months, and he's already starting his recovery. So Mojo is solo. So Mojo had a match, by the way. He won it. Good job, Mojo. pretty much Smackdown didn't really have too much either, but Smackdown was good nonetheless. I know we haven't had much time to really talk about nothing, but you know, you got next week. Oh yeah, and by the way, watch out soon. We're going to come back with our episodes of Kick Out Your Next. Because I've been watching a lot of NXT matches and I like a lot of them, especially since my boy Bobby Roode, #1 contender for the NXT title against Shinsuke Nakamura. That's going to be glorious. I won't sing it, okay? I won't. Because we already got fined once because of y'all, so we're not going to do it again. Alright, so like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This has been the High and Beyond Show. We'll see y'all there.